Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys on the launch of ESPN on Disney Plus. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So over the past few years, we've seen Disney Plus slowly evolve into a general streamer with lots of different content. It's not just Marvel, Star Wars and Disney shows, there's a lot more on there. And we've seen Disney implementing live sports on to Disney Plus in many countries. We've seen them already introduce an ESPN hub in Australia and New Zealand and in Latin America. And in America, they've recently had the addition of the ESPN Unlimited section, which is a full paid option, which gives lots more access. And that was about a year or so after they introduced ESPN on Disney Plus. It's a little bit different in the US because they have to pay for it, but internationally, ESPN has been slowly rolling out. Here in the UK, we have been seeing a little bit of live sports coming in there with some women's football. Now, it looks like all things are changing because today, ESPN is launching on a number of countries across Latin. But today, Disney has announced that ESPN is launching on Disney Plus in Europe and in select Asia Pacific markets, making it available in over 53 countries and territories across the region. With this expansion, ESPN now reaches fans through Disney Plus in approximately 100 markets around the world. In Europe, the expansion builds upon an ever-growing platform of portfolio of world-class sports available on Disney Plus, and in select Asia-Pacific markets, which includes Japan, Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, a curated selection of English-language ESPN sports programming will be available in the initial phase. The great news is unlike in the United States, in Europe and in Asia, ESPN content is going to be included in the subscription cost. It's not going to cost any extra. It's important to note, of course, we're not going to get the full suite that America does, because the thing is with sports, a lot of the licensing is a little bit different, so we might not get everything. For example, like they're going to be having, for example, WWE WrestleMania coming up in a couple of weeks. That's on Netflix internationally. So there's different kind of deals in place. Alicia Bowen, who is the president of Disney Plus, said in a statement regarding the launch of ESPN internationally, she said, "Sports and live events are an essential part of Disney Plus content library, and we're excited to build on the success we've already had with sports fans as we bring more of ESPN to Disney Plus subscribers in Europe and in Asia and Pacific. This launch adds to our growing portfolio of local sports rights around the world." Freddie Rollout, who is the head of global sports and talent officers at ESPN, added, "This expansion marks an exciting step for ESPN and in Disney Plus in our commitment to sports fans. ESPN has a long-standing tradition of delivering world-class content to sports fans, and the continued growth on Disney Plus allows us to extend our reach and provide greater access and deeper connections with fans everywhere. This initial offering will vary by market to market, with thousands of live events over the next year, including a diverse portfolio of programming such as US sports coverage of the NBA and the NHL, which both starting with the 2026-27 season. The lineup also includes some college sports featuring NCAA championships. There's also going to be a load of other content like the Little League Women's Series, the Savannah Bahanas, and also a lot more. Not only that, there's going to be access to a lot of documentaries from the 30 for 30 documentaries, and there's also going to be studio shows. They've also done a deal for some esports, but I'm going to talk about that later in the week separately. But this is a big step forward for Disney Plus. Now, I will say, if you log into your Disney Plus just right now and you don't see ESPN like I just did, it's not there yet. It might not be there for everyone, much like we saw with the rollout of Hulu and Star Hubs. Sometimes these things can take a little bit of time to roll out, and they don't launch everyone all at the same time. They kind of do it drip by drip by drip. And so hopefully by the end of the day, everyone will have access to it. Again, it's going to depending on which country you're on. But we're really now seeing ESPN becoming a major part of Disney Plus. There are going to be some differences. For example, like in Canada, they've got a different system with their ESPN, so it might not be quite going in there yet. But yeah, I think we're just going to continue to see ESPN becoming a much bigger part of not just Disney Plus, but generally I think sports. We're seeing Netflix and Amazon and Apple, etc., all going after live sports, and Disney especially are trying to get global rights to a lot of this stuff, and that obviously then they can feed into Disney Plus. I had a feeling with the NBA and the NHL deals that they've done recently that it was going to come sooner rather than later, but they've been licensing out some stuff on short-term deals while they've been waiting for it. They closed down their ESPN Player app many years ago, so we knew, all the signs were pointing there. It's just taken them a lot longer to get in there. Once they started adding live sports on, it was more a case of when rather than if. But I'm glad it's coming in there. More variety, more options. And no doubt they're going to be going and trying to get some licenses for some local sports as well, because I think that's just as important if it's all just US stuff. But again, if they're getting global rights for it, they might as well give it out and put it out there and continue to build out Disney Plus. But let me know, do you think this is a good move, a bad move? Would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. I know for me, like with Netflix, with the introduction of WWE there and like their Full Swing shows and some of the other quarterback documentaries, that's stuff that I've been getting in. While I don't watch a huge amount of sports, I do like the documentaries, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing them come in there. And maybe, other bits and pieces. But let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think this is a good move, a bad move? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys soon. Laters.